Greetings, woman. I'm Andy, and I'm George, and welcome back to the Windmill full of corpses. Okay, so it's been a while since we reacted to something that was not a request from the public, but this one had to happen, and it's because if there is a band that we can refer to collectively as a favorite, it's Persefone, which is why we both have their logo on our tits. So, okay, let's do some advertising, shall we? Yes. So this is Merkabah, the first single from the new album Metanoia, which for some reason is not with a capital M, which will be coming out in February over Napalm Records. Our boys got signed to Napalm. That's so cool. I am so happy for them. Okay. So, the levels of hype that are happening through the internet across the miles right now are through the roof, or through the internet. I don't know. I'm nervous about this one, man.
Okay, so before we get into this, first thing I want to say is it's really weird to talk to you without seeing you because I have the video full screen, so you're not on my screen. And yeah. The second thing I want to say is another shout out to Miguel Espinosa, keyboardist of Persefone, for introducing us to Mick Gordon and the Doom soundtrack and BFG Division, which basically started what has been the longest and most successful saga of videos on our channel. So much thanks to Mo, and much thanks to all the wonderful folk in Persefone for being not only the best musicians in the world, but also the best people in the world. So this is Merkabah, and this is the
Merkabah. And Merkabah will be in the description below.
And this is the most useless question I have ever asked. Are you ready?
Yeah.
On my knees, I still believe this cruel metamorphosis, a pure reborn being. is cool. Metamorphosis, you reborn. On my knees, I still
Okay. Oh boy.
Are you seeing me now?
Yeah.
Are you seeing my hair?
Yeah. Or what's left of it, because it's all gone.
Everywhere.
Okay, I have thoughts, but I'm gonna need a while to articulate them. Do you have thoughts?
Yes. Plenty. So many that I'm gonna need Persefone style of meditation to detach from them.
Okay. So, conceptually, this band has always been about basically overcoming stuff. Stuff that has to be overcome, and about evolution. And they have a very spiritual take on that. And what that means is you need this sort of trance-like atmosphere, but then you also need the struggle. And they put those together better than any other band in the observable or non-observable, for that matter, universe. And I think they did it best on this song because that layer of atmosphere that came in the beginning, it never disappears. I mean, maybe a bit in one part there that was like really messed up. But they do that so well, and there was the clean guitar and the piano that did that all through. That was really cool.
What else you got?
Rhythmically, I feel it's... Okay, so guys, we do know, you do know, we respond a lot to bamboozleism on this channel. Like when there's something that's supposed to happen and it happens at a different time, we like that. We like that a lot. And we do a lot of puns about that. Except with this band, when something happens on time where you expect it, that's what's unexpected.
Yeah.
So they still have
wait,
that.
Wait. You know how they say expect the unexpected with Persefone? It's unexpect the expected.
Yes, something like that. Something like that. And it's really cool for this one that because of that atmosphere, you still get a constant flow. And because you get the occasional grooves that still have like a cymbal or a snare that's where you expect it, that's enough to get you headbanging just so that by the time you figured out that groove is there and you start headbanging, it changes.
Yes, and that's why I always obsess over learning their songs as fast as possible, because it hooks you in these grooves since the first time you hear it, but then until you actually know where the song's gonna go, you spend more time getting into it than being into it when you're listening to the song. So then you have like, I have to know the song, I have to know the lyrics, I have to know all the time shifts and time signature so I can go properly mental to it. Like, yes, what we did now isn't properly mental.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not my thoughts. On my knees, I still believe.
Yes.
That was the line I think I saw on their social media using to advertise it. And
yeah, and I think what came after that was something like this called Metamorphosis, which is again about like evolution, I suppose.
Yeah. It reminds me back from Atma, I think part 3, this painful transformation, I survived to my own lies.
I survived to my own life.
Yeah. It's that album.
Right here.
That thing right there.
Read it! Anyway, what I really like is that they kind of had it segmented into parts. So it was like, it started with an intro and with like the synthetic kind of keyboards and stuff and Mo's vocals. Then it goes into riffs for a while, does all sorts of mumbo jumbo, dips again. Goes into riffs again, dips again. And you keep having these pauses. But the song doesn't feel ripped apart in chunks, like you said, because that flow of atmosphere is always there. And it's almost like the ferocious chunks of metal are peering out of it, kind of. Like, I don't know, like you've got these monsters leaping out of the sea, but after they collapse, the sea is still there.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's a really cool visual analogy, I would say.
Yeah.
And speaking of monsters that come out of the sea, there's one specific monster that I have to point out, and a lot of our followers might be upset with me for this, which is, do you know the snare sound that Chris from Orbit Culture has?
Yes.
We have found someone with a more beastly snare.
Yes!
My boy Bobby! Dude, because
Bobby
we
is
had
a
like two... What?
Bobby is a bob.
Yes. Okay, we had like 2/3 into the song, one of these tupa sort of tom snare fast stuff. That's where it kind of just peeked down into my ear and I was like, oh, hang on. I don't know that sounding so beastly anywhere else. Okay, I want to lead into something else too, which is the solo. It reminded me a bit of the solo from Prison Skin they have from Atma, because it had like this sort of up-moving shred to it that was very virtuosic and that seemed to seep more into the atmosphere than into the technical elements, I would say, as far as how it fit into the song. And I also want to say it's where we got some close-ups to the Jackson, because our boy Carlos got endorsed by Jackson, which is, again, really cool, and I'm really happy for him.
Okay, more thoughts. We're going to be rambling about this a lot. It's like, ever since Shin-ken, actually, they keep having these spiritual struggles. But it looks very evolutionary to me. So, Shin-ken was the one you have over there. That was like a samurai thing, and it was very battle-oriented. And then Spiritual Migration, which came next, that kind of had the same sort of energy and ferocity as far as I'm concerned, but it was a lot more introspective and internal. And then with Atma, they kept the same introspective and internal stuff. The music got a lot more cosmic and atmospheric and philosophical. And by atmospheric, I of course still mean brutal as F, but it was on a new level of maturity, and it was a lot more peaceful and a lot more contained. And then with this one, what I feel they're doing is peering back into the struggle from the other side.
Yeah.
Because if I look at Shin-ken, it looks like they're the apprentice learning. And if I look at Merkabah, It looks like they're the masters teaching me. They have that
Yeah.
stance, that posture. It's like, dude, just look at the video. Apart from the fact that they are really, really beautiful people. They really are. They look amazing. Apart from that, it's like you see it in their stances, in their tone, in their eyes. They're masters of their craft. They're turning metal into kung fu, literally.
Yes, exactly. And what I wanted to say about the eyes is like kung fu is a lot about this discipline. It's about having like not anger, but like this aggression to you, but keeping it together. And I think that's the contrast that the vocals do, and also the vocalists, because you have Mo with like that calm, peaceful stance, and then Mark is doing that thing where he puts his eye really, really close to the camera. And I just want to say, if you ever see this band live and you're in the front row, he will do that to you. And it will be something you will never forget.
It will be something you will never want to forget.
Yes. Okay.
I could keep going on and on, but I think as it's clearly visible that we both have a joyous headache right now, it's probably a good moment to stop.
Probably, yeah.
Thank you, Persefone. You're the best.
We're definitely not. We're definitely not the best because we're late and a lot of reactors already did this.
Yes. And we should have been first. But, you know, 2,500 miles got in the way.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. So, to everyone watching, if you did not know about this band, check out everything they ever put out, do it now.
Yes.
And if you do know this band, repeat everything they ever put out, do it now. And if you enjoyed this reaction, we greatly appreciate the likes and shares. And if you want us more, don't forget to subscribe with bells on.
Thank you very much for stopping by. We hope you enjoyed your stay, and we'd love to see you back at the Windmill very soon.
Cork is out.